This is going to be a bit longer video, but first, let's watch the intro. Hi, my name is PANAX, and I'm an education content creator. Recently, I've been creating Premiere Pro tutorial videos, and now is the time to cover every video effects in Premiere Pro. This is going to be important, so important that I have included emojis in the title. We are going through all the video effects in Premiere Pro. At the same time, I'm a little worried. Let me explain. Obviously, if you don't know how to do something in Premiere Pro, it's most likely related to video effects. For example, if you want to remove video shakiness, you will want to use the warp stabilizer effect. Or if you want to remove a black screen from your footage, you will want to use the Luma key effect. So most of the problem we face in video editing can be solved using the video effects section. Some effects will be used a lot, while others you may never use. But one thing is clear, it's a time to stop typing and searching every single time we encounter problems. This video will show you pretty much what you can do with the video effects in Premiere Pro. Now there are total 115 video effects in Premiere Pro. This video will be an overview of everything. And for some effects, I will create more detailed video for those effects. So bear with me. Once you finish this video, you will know pretty much what you can do in Premiere Pro. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's look at the adjustment effects. First, we have the extract effect. The extract effect turns a video clip into black and white by removing colors. Increasing the black input value makes the video darker, and increasing the white input value make it whiter. And the great part is that you can keyframe them. And now let's talk about the level effect. I know all these options can seem overwhelming, but think of them like buttons on an audio mixer. You might have seen experts using one of those before. They move those buttons up and down to make adjustments. When you look at these effect settings, it's kind of like working with the buttons. Let me break it down with an example. When you increase the brightness value, it makes things brighter. And when you decrease it, it makes them darker. And then there's a gamma. It's usually start at 100, which is the normal value, and it can go higher or lower. Think of gamma like a color changing button. If you turn it up, it leans towards the white, and if you turn it down, it leans towards darker color. For instance, if you do a red gamma correction, setting at 100 is the normal value, 1000 turn it red, and 0 turn it blue. The point is, don't focus on the number or value, just interpret it as one of those buttons on the audio mixer. The lighting effects, simply another light effects tool, adds artificial lighting to a clip. You can have up to 5 lights and tweak various settings like lighting type, intensity, and color. The Proact effect allows you to adjust the clip brightness, contrast, hue, saturation, and split percent. Next is the blur and sharpen effect. Blur is a visual effect that reduces the sharpness and clarity of a video, making objects and details appear less distinct. Its purposes include emphasizing a specific subject in a photograph or video by blurring the background and adding a sense of depth and dimensionality to a scene. The directional blur can adjust direction and blur length. Gaussian blur is one of the most popular blur effects in both Premiere Pro and Photoshop. It creates a soft and natural looking blur by averaging the pixels within a defined radius. This effect is commonly used for softening and smoothing images. Reduce interlace flicker, increase the value, creates a line. This feature was originally designed for old interlace footage, but now it's used for creative or stylistic purposes. The sharpen effect enhances the clarity and details of a video by emphasizing edges and fine features, making it appear more focused and defined. The unsharp mask is a video effect used to sharpen footage by enhancing edge, contrast, and detail. It has controls for adjusting the amount, radius, and threshold of sharpening. Next, we have the invert effect. The invert video effect flips the color of an image. This effect is quite popular, especially in animation, where it used to create dramatic or negative effects and emphasize key moments in a scene. Color does matter. There is a study showing that you can make prisoners go crazy by sending them to pink prison. If you want to know more about it, check out the color theory. The subject is dedicated for that reason. Anyway, this color correction is not only important in video, but also important in Photoshop. ASC stands for American Society of Cinematographers Color Decision List. It is a standard format used in the film and video industry. Next is brightness and contrast. Now, this effect is also in Photoshop. The effect is self-explanatory. Brightness refers to the overall intensity of light. Contrast is the gap in brightness. Contrast affects how light and dark parts of an image look. Increasing it makes them stand out more, while decreasing it makes them blend together. Lumetri Color is an Adobe Premiere Pro tool used for adjusting and enhancing video colors. It is a popular and versatile toolset for video editors, bundling everything you need for color adjustment into one package. The tint effect is basically a color version of a brightness and contrast. Instead of black and white, you can choose the color for brightness and contrast. The video limiter effects restricts RGB values to comply with the HD TV broadcast standards. In conclusion, remember Lumetri Color. This is probably the most important one. Distort effects in video editing are tools that change or manipulate how video clips look. They can fix problems like shaky footage, adjust lens issues, or make creative changes to the video's appearance. The corner pin effect is used to distort an image by adjusting the position of its four corners. This effect allows you to perform various transformations, including stretching, shrinking, skewing, twisting, and simulating perspective changes. The lens distortion effect replicates the appearance of viewing a video clip through a distorted camera lens. The magnify effect allows you to enlarge either the entire image or a specific portion of it. You can use it to mimic the effects of a magnifying glass placed over an area of the image. The mirror effect divides the image along the line and mirrors one side onto the other. It's useful for generating artificial reflection of objects like text and is commonly used as a compositing tool to create realistic and seamless videos. And we have the offset effect. Offset means out of line or to counteract. It turns out the offset effect shifts the position of an image or video so it looks like this. The rolling shutter repair effect in Premiere Pro is a handy tool for fixing problems caused by the rolling shutter effect. In digital cameras and camcorders, the image is captured one line at a time, from the top to the bottom. This can cause issues, especially in fast-moving or shaky shots, resulting in weird distortions. So what this effect does is it tries to fix or remove these distortions by rearranging the lines in each frame, making the video look smoother and more stable. The sphereize effect distorts a layer by wrapping a portion of the image around the sphere. The transform effect applies 2D geometric change to a clip's anchor point, position, scale, or opacity. This is one of my favorites, and probably everyone's favorite. This transform effect is used with an adjustment layer, so instead of zoom in and zoom out in the original video, you can adjust it in this way. The great thing about this effect is that you can add motion blur by adjusting shutter angle. It's the best effect, period. The turbulent displace effect utilizes fractional noise to generate turbulent distortion in an image. It's often used to create effects like flowing water and waving flags. The twirl effect rotates an image around its center, creating a whirlpool-like distortion. Especially when applied intensely, it's often used for making funny and amusing faces that can make people laugh. The wave whirl effect makes it look like a wave is moving through an image. You can create different wave shapes like square, circular, or sine wave. This effect automatically animates a consistent speed without needing keyframes. If you want to change the speed, you will have to set keyframes. The 4-color gradient effect creates a gradient with 4 colors using 4 effect points. You can animate the positions and colors for these points using the position and colors control. The gradient blends 4 solid color circles. Each centers on an effect point, so basically it's used for creating cool background. Even Adobe website uses this. The lens flare effect simulates the refraction caused by shining a bright light into the camera lens. You can use this effect in Photoshop as well. The lighting effects in Premiere Pro can create lighting bolts, Jacob ladders, and other electrical visual between 2 points in a clip. However, personally, I find it somewhat limited for lighting effects in Premiere Pro. If you need more options, you might want to explore After Effects. The ramp effect generates color gradient with options for linear or radial ramps. You can animate the position and colors over time using the start of ramp and end of ramp properties. The ramp scatter control disperse colors and remove bending. Next, we have image control. Black and white makes the image black and white. It's similar to extract effect, but in here, we cannot keyframe it because it's an image. Color paths make everything black and white except one color. Color replace will replace one color only. The gamma correction effect adjusts the clip brightness without significantly impacting shadows and highlights. It's focusing on midtones, alternating their brightness while preserving dark and light area. The default gamma setting is 10, but you can adjust it from 1 to 28 in the effect settings. Immersive video is designed for virtual reality video, but it can also be applied to regular videos. The VR color gradient effect works pretty much the same way as the 4-color gradient effect. The only difference is that the VR color gradient includes 8 colors instead of 4 colors. VR chromatic aberrations are color distortion in virtual reality content caused by variation in how different colors of lights are refracted by VR headset lens. I have seen major YouTubers using this effect. VR digital glitch is when your virtual reality video looks like it's going crazy with weird colors and shapes on purpose. People use it to make videos more exciting or futuristic. This is a popular effect used by many famous YouTubers. VR denoise helps reduce the unwanted grainy or speckled noise that can sometimes appear in VR footage, making the video look cleaner and smoother. VR fractal noise creates a random patterns and texture that can be applied to VR footage to add visual interest or unique effects. It's like adding colorful and abstract shapes to make the video more captivating. VR glow enhances elements in the VR scene with a soft glowing illumination, making them more vibrant and noticeable. It can create a glowing effect that follows the subject as they move. The VR plan-to-sphere effect transforms a flat or 2D video into spherical format suitable for VR playback. It essentially takes the flat video and wraps it around a virtual sphere, creating an immersive VR experience for viewers. The VR projection effects change how the VR video is projected on the viewer's headset or display. This effect helps ensure that the VR experience looks correct and immersive, whether it is for 360-degree videos, panoramic photos, or other VR content. The VR rotate sphere effect is used to control the orientation and rotation of spherical VR video. It allows you to change the viewing angle and direction of the spherical video, enhancing the viewer experience when watching VR content. Keying is one of the compositing techniques. Its purpose to blend different footage seamlessly to create a cohesive video. Alpha Adjust is a video effect that controls a video clip's transparency by adjusting the alpha channel, enabling various visual effects and compositing. Color key, Luma key, and Ultra key all function similarly. You have probably heard of green screen or green screen effects. Basically, they remove a specific color and replace it with a transparent background. For color keying, you can select a particular color, typically green, although blue is used when green clothes is involved. Luma key is excellent for black backgrounds. Ultra key offers more options and advanced settings. The trackmap key is a method for displaying one clip through another by utilizing the third file as a special layer that renders certain parts of the top clip transparent. An alpha matte refers to the alpha channel, which displays a transparency in video, while Luma matte displays black and white video. The noise effect is used to add random grainy or speckled patterns to a video or image, simulating the appearance of film grain or digital noise. It can use for creatively to achieve various visual styles or to mimic the look of older film recording. Now we have the obsolete section, but first, sorry about that. In this section, I want to explain as outdated effect. Usually, when we have Adobe software effects, some effects become outdated. And this is the folder that keeps the older effects. Now, don't get me wrong. Some effects are quite useful, but most of them can be replaceable. It's a lot of effect in this folder, but just to see what it does and move on. The arithmetic effect lets you perform basic arithmetic operation on the brightness value of two clips, allowing for creative adjustment and effects in your video. The bevel alpha effects add the bevel edge to the alpha channel of a clip, creating a 3D dimensional appearance. The bevel edge effects adds a 3D dimensional bevel edge to the content of a clip, giving it a raised or embossed appearance. It often used for text or graphic to make them stand out and appear more visually appealing. Blend refers to the process of mixing or combining two or more elements, such as image or videos, to create a composite image or video with varying degrees of transparency or opacity. To use blend mode, select blend with layer and turn off that track layer, and here is the result. The calculations effects in video editing allow you to perform complex mathematical operation on two video clips or channels to create a new result. It's a powerful tool for compositing and creating unique visual effects by combining different elements using mathematical formulas and blending mode. The cell patterns effect is used in video editing to create a repeating patterns of cells, often resembling a grid or mosaic. This effect can be customized to control the size, complexity, and appearance of the cells, making a versatile tool for various creative purposes in video production. The channel blur effect in video editing allows you to selectively blur specific color channels within the image or clip. This effect can be used to create unique visual styles, emphasize certain colors, or achieve the creative effects by independently adjusting the blurriness of each color channel. The checkerboard effect in video editing creates a checkerboard pattern of alternating black and white square on your video clips. This effect is often used for transition, overlays, or to add a stylized background to your footage. The circle effect in video editing allows you to create circular shapes or masks within your video footage. You can adjust the size, position, and properties of the circles to achieve various effects. The compound arithmetic effect in video editing allows you to perform complex mathematical operations on pixel value in your video clips. This effect is particularly useful for advanced compositing and color correction. Compound blur applies varying blurs to different parts of a video, offering more creative control and flexibility. The convolution kernel effect allows complex image manipulation using the matrix that alters the pixel value based on neighboring pixels. It's for adjusting lighting to create a cohesive video look with the option from M11 to M33. The difference matte effect is used to create matte or mask by comparing the difference between two clips. It's commonly used in compositing to isolate moving objects from background or to generate dynamic masks for special effects. The dust and scratches effect is used to simulate the appearance of dust particles and scratches on old and damaged film. It can apply to give a vintage or aged look to your clip. The ellipse effect is used to create elliptical shapes or masks on the video. The emboss effect sharpens the edge of the objects in an image and suppresses colors. It also highlights the edge from a specific angle, creating a three-dimensional raised appearance. This effect can add depth and texture to a video. The eyedropper fill effect allows you to sample a color from your video or image using an eyedropper tool and apply that color to a specific area or object in your video, essentially filling it with the selected color. The fast blur effect is used to quickly and smoothly blur the video clip. The grid effect overlays a grid pattern on your video, commonly used for explanatory shots or scenes. The image matte key effect uses a grayscale image to create transparency in a video. The median legacy effect reduces noise and smooths details in video by replacing each pixel's color with the median color of its neighbors. The noise alpha effect adds random noise to the alpha channel of a video, creating a grainy or speckled appearance in the transparency of the video. The noise HLS effects add random noise to the hue, light length, and saturation channels of the video, creating a grainy or sparkle appearance in the color and brightness of the video. The noise HLS auto effect doesn't need manual adjustment. The non-red key effect is used to key out or remove all the non-red colors in the video, leaving only the red elements visible. The paint bucket effect is used to fill the selected area with a specific color or pattern. This effect allows you to easily change the color or fill the shape or region within your video, making it a versatile tool for various creative and design purposes. The radial shadow effect creates a shadow that radiates outward from a center point. This effect simulates the way light casts shadows in a circular or radial pattern, adding depth and dimension to objects or text in your composition. The radial wipe effect is a transition effect that gradually reveals or hides one video clip by sweeping it away in a circular or radial pattern. The set matte effect controls one layer transparency using another layer's content, often used for creative visual composition. The solarize effect inverts and saturates colors to create an abstract, high-contrast look. The solid composite effect combines multiple clips or layers into a single solid color. The texturize effect adds a texture pattern to an image or video clip, giving it a texture appearance. The threshold effect is a video effect that converts the video clip into a high-contrast black and white representation. It sets the threshold value, and any pixel intensity below that value becomes black, while any intensity above it becomes white. The Venetian blinds effect is a video transition that creates an animation resembling the opening or closing of horizontal or vertical blinds. The write-on effect animates the drawing of lines or shapes on the screen, commonly used to reveal text and graphic dynamically. Perspective is important because it can make 2D to 3D feeling. The basic 3D effects in Premiere Pro allows you to add a basic 3-dimensional appearance to a clips or text layer. Basic 3D is most popular effects for YouTubers. I also use this effect a lot. Drop shadow is a visual effect that adds a shadow behind the object, making it appear as if it's lifted off the background or surface. It creates a sense of depth and separation between the object and its surroundings. The alpha glow effect puts a color glow around the edges of masked alpha channel. You can pick one color that fades out or shifts to another as it moves from the edge. The brush strokes effect adds a painted, pointed look to an image by adjusting stroke, length, and density. Stroke direction has a slight randomness for a natural effect, affecting both color and alpha channels, even extending beyond mask areas. The color emboss effect works like the emboss effect without suppressing the image's original color. The find edges effect enhances and emphasizes image edges, often resembling sketches. So this effect can give your video a pencil-drawn appearance. The mosaic effect pixelates an image, creating a blocky appearance. It's used for privacy or artistic purpose. The posterize effect reduces the number of colors in an image or clip, giving it more simplistic, poster-like appearance. The replicate effect creates a multiple copies or duplicates of an image or clip, arranging them in a grid or pattern. The rough edge effect adds a rough, irregular texture or border to the edge of an image or clip, creating a more organic or distressed look. The strobe light effect creates a flashing or pulsating light, simulating the effects of a strobe light. It's often used for dramatic or attention-grabbing visual effects in videos. The echo effects in Premiere Pro creates multiple delayed copies of an image or clip, creating an echoing or ghostly visual effect. The posterized time effect reduces the number of frames displayed per second, giving the video stutter or jerky appearance. Auto reframe adjusts video framing for different aspect ratio automatically. Useful for repurposing content across various platforms. Saves time by automating manual framing adjustment. The crop effect allows you to trim or cut parts of the video frame, effectively changing its dimensions or aspect ratio. The crop effect is especially useful for visualizing changing progress during video editing or applying various effects. Edge feather softens selected area or mask for smoother transitions. Horizontal flip reverses the image or video horizontally, creating a mirror image effect. Vertical flip flips the image or video vertically, turn it upside down. The block dissolve effect is a transition effect that uses a grid of blocks to transition from one clip to another. It's like the video is breaking into pieces and revealing the next clips. Gradient wipe is a transition effect that gradually replaces one clip with another using a gradient pattern. Linear wipe is a transition effect that gradually reveals or hides one clip with a linear motion. The Cineon converter is a tool used in video or film post-production to convert image between the Cineon and RGB color spaces. Clip name is the label given to a specific video or audio clip for easy identification within a project. Metadata and timecode burning is an effect that allows you to display important information like timecodes, file names, or other metadata directly on your video footage. SDR conform is a process of adapting content from HDR to standard dynamic range for compatibility with non-HDR displays. Simple text refers to basic text elements in a video editing often used for title, subtitle, or caption. It involves adding plain, straightforward text to a video without any special effects or animation. Timecode is a code that marks specific moments in video with hours, minutes, seconds, and frames for precise editing and synchronization. OMG, I can't believe we went through all the effects. If you stick to the end, congratulations, you made it. I'll be honest with you, this was one hell of work. Some effects were new to me, so I couldn't provide detailed explanation. However, after watching this, I'm pretty sure you now have a good grasp of Premiere Pro. Some effects are also used in other Adobe software like Photoshop and After Effects. So it's good to know them, and we don't necessarily use all of these effects, so there's no need to memorize them. I create this video because I was always searching for these effects on YouTube, which was time consuming. Hopefully this video has been helpful to you. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.